Elon Musk posted this. In the future, $1 trillion times $1 trillion will be spent making antimatter just to reach other star systems. Then, replying to his own tweet, he added, "Things won't be measured in dollars then, just mass and energy." It sounds like a throwaway line. It is actually the most precise thing you can say about antimatter. Let me show you why. First, what antimatter actually is. Every particle of matter has a mirror twin. Same mass, opposite charge. The electron has the positron, the proton has the antiproton. Paul Dirac predicted them in 1928, when they fell out of his equations almost by accident. 4 years later, Carl Anderson found the positron, real, in a cloud chamber. And this is not science fiction. A banana makes antimatter right now, firing off a positron about once every 75 minutes. Hospitals use it every day. The P in PET scan stands for positron. Antimatter is real, and it is all around you. Now the magic. When matter meets antimatter, they do not collide. They vanish. An electron and a positron touch, and both disappear, turning entirely into two flashes of pure light. Nothing is left behind. This is E equals mc squared running at 100%. Almost everything else wastes its fuel. Burning gasoline converts less than a billionth of its mass into energy. The sun, fusing hydrogen, releases under 1%. Antimatter releases all of it. It is the most energy-dense reaction in the universe. So what does all of it look like? Take 1 gram of antimatter and 1 gram of matter. 2 grams of mass times the speed of light squared. That comes out to 180 trillion joules, about 43 kilotons. 2 to 3 Hiroshimas from something lighter than a paperclip. Per kilogram, antimatter holds roughly 250 times the energy of nuclear fusion, and billions of times more than rocket fuel, which is why people dream of using it to reach the stars. Because rockets have a brutal problem, written into a single equation. To go faster, you need more fuel. But more fuel is more weight, which needs even more fuel. It spirals. To cross to the nearest star in a human lifetime, a chemical rocket would need more fuel than there is matter in the entire universe. Antimatter breaks the spiral. Its exhaust streams out at a fraction of the speed of light, so a starship might not need oceans of propellant. It might need grams. On paper, because we can barely make it. Antimatter is not buried somewhere waiting to be mined. You build it, one particle at a time, in machines miles across. And the process is about 1 billion times inefficient. In all of history, every lab on Earth combined has made only about 15 billionths of a gram. Annihilate every bit of it, and you would get a few megajoules, enough to boil a pot of water. Decades of work at the greatest machines we have ever built for a pot of water. And the price? NASA once estimated a single gram at around $62.5 trillion. A starship would not need a gram. It would need kilograms. Maybe tons. Multiply that out and you climb straight into the number in Musk's tweet. And even if you had it, you could not keep it. Antimatter destroys itself the instant it touches anything, so you cannot use a bottle, a tank, or any container made of matter. The only way to hold it is to suspend it in nothing, trapped inside pure magnetic and electric fields, never touching a wall. The best we have ever done is catch a few atoms of antihydrogen and hold them. At first for 16 minutes, now for a few hours. That is the frontier. So step back. The physics here is settled. Annihilation is real. The energy is real. We can even trap it. What is still science fiction is the scale. We are nowhere near a starship. And that is exactly what Musk meant. You cannot buy antimatter. There is no market, no mine, no shortcut. The only way to get it is to pour in a staggering amount of energy and freeze that energy into mass. Antimatter is not a resource you find. It is a battery you charge. The most compact battery the laws of physics allow. So to anyone who could actually build a starship, the real cost was never going to be money. It was always going to be the two things antimatter is made of: mass and energy, just like he said.